Yo, what it do, Ghost Nation? It's your boy Ghost Rider. Now, welcome back to another episode of Ghost Movies. Now, on this episode, I want to talk about The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Man, I just finished watching it on Disney Plus, and I'm gonna tell y'all, Ghost Nation, I freaking love this first episode. It was really, really good. It was fantastic, action packed. I love Sam Wilson, and I love how he was just going on a mission, working for the government, working for the Air Force on different op missions and everything. And he's in the air on a flight mission, just killing dudes, just murking them, putting grenade, like special gadgets that he has from his Red Wing. He's putting gadgets on the plane and blowing them up and killing cats. He sends out his Red Wing again in another sequence, aims the missiles at the freaking helicopter or whatever, and blows it up. That helicopter blows up in front of a mountain or whatever. I'm like, yo, Disney Plus is not holding back. MCU is not holding back. They're straight up killing people already. I was loving it. Loving it. We're seeing now that this is where Sam Wilson is trying to adjust to the aftermath that Steve Rogers has retired. He's now old. He's now, what, in his 80s, 90s? Probably, well, he's been alive for 100 years, so he's probably in his 200s. He's probably 200 years old. But because he went back in time in Endgame and he came back an old man, Steve Rogers he has thrown in the shield and he's handed over to Sam, and he's officially retired from avenging. Now, I love this because Sam is not ready to take up the mantle. When he first reacted to Steve in Endgame, he said, yo, I feel like this belongs to somebody else. And he said it right here in the first episode. That someone is Steve. So he put the shield, they presented Captain America, they did like a whole presentation, and he said, I feel like I don't want to carry on the mantle. And my boy, my favorite character in the MCU or in the Marvel Comics when I first started reading Marvel Comics was James Rupert Rhodey Rhodes. I love War Machine. War Machine was one of my favorite first, before Deadpool, before Thor, before Black Panther. It was freaking War Machine. I loved the comic books of Iron Man. I even loved the animated show, the cartoon back in the day, back in 93, 94. That animation cartoon was great, and War Machine was my favorite character. I used to have the action figures and everything. So it's good to see my boy Don Cheadle in this episode, because you know you're going to have people from different shows and movies crossing over in the MCU. It's all connected. So it's good to see Don Cheadle there in his whole outfit as a lieutenant, watching as Sam Wilson presents the shield to the museum of Steve Rogers, a.k.a. Captain America. He's not going to be Captain America. He's going to hand over the shield to the museum. That's it. Now, later on in this episode, we finally get to see what Bucky's up to. He's still having nightmares. He's actually pardoned by the world, by the U.S. government, or by, he's actually pardoned. You're excused from all your terrorist attacks and everything you've done, but you have to go seek help. You got to get counseling. I don't give a fuck what you say. Get it done. But he's having nightmares. He's having these visions of all his people that he's killed throughout the years when he was under that mind control by Hydra. Hell Hydra this, Hell Hydra that. He was always being controlled. So now we see in one of his nightmares and what it looked like. He took out some bad guys that Hell Hydra was trying to take out, but he also killed a young boy, a young Asian young man. He killed him too because the Asian young man said, I'm terrified, I'm scared, trying to put the key in the door to get out, couldn't get out. He's freaking Winter Soldier got him scared, shot the dude right in the face. Now later on we found out that Winter Soldier, Bucky's actually hanging out with this older gentleman. He's an elderly guy who's mourning over his son. Lo and behold, that guy that he's actually sharing dinner and eating with, Bucky's the one that killed his son. So he's trying to make amends. He has a book, and he's trying to make amends for everybody that he's killed or everybody that he's taken out. And I loved it because he's seeing a shrink right now, and he's trying to get the proper help. The shrink is telling him, you need to have friends. You can't just be calling me, and you're ignoring Sam Wilson's text messages. Call him, text him back, reach out to him, go on dates. So that old guy, that old Asian guy, he actually hooked up Bucky to go on a date with one of the other Asian sushi vendors at a restaurant. And it's great because I like that he was on a date and they were playing Battleship. I love it. That was kind of cute. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of a throwback right there. Battleship D5. Oh, you missed F7. Oh, you sank my Battleship. I used to love those games, man. And if you get hit, you got to drink. They were playing the drinking game. So they put like a little adult twist to that game. It was fantastic to see that. Oh, it was so good. But I don't know why Bucky just up and bounced after he realized what happened about his son, about that older Asian guy's son. He just left the girl high and dry at the freaking restaurant. They're on a date. He just blew the whole date off, knocked on the door, gave him money for the lunch that they had. And he saw the shrine of the son, Yuri. He saw Yuri's son. He has a shrine of his son right there in his crib, in his apartment. It's crazy. Now, I like this new group that we have, this new terrorist group called Flag Smashers. They got these masks, these black masks with the red hand on it. And they have like an app on the phone where they have different meetings where it look like they're taking money from banks, hotels, whatever, and they're actually spreading out like a gang, and they're transferring the money. That's how they transfer the money back to their base or whatever. And we see this one soldier who was in the early part of the episode. He was like the boots on the ground while Sam is up flying in the air. He's watching on the ground, seeing what's happening from above. That same rookie soldier, he's going to take it upon himself to, okay, I've been watching this group on the internet for a long time. So now let me actually go to one of their heists. Let me go to one of their, plotting and scheming ideas and see if I could, pull up with identity. See who's running behind it. Who's leading out in this Flag Smashers. Dude, they freaking disperse. He has the mask on, takes off his mask, whips out his gun, and this dude is a freaking super soldier or something. This guy with one of the Flag Smashers just whoops this guy's ass, freaking bench presses him, flips him over, and slams him on the pavement. I was like, bruh, it looked like there's other Captain Americas out there, and we're gonna get more into this group because I'm so intrigued to find out more about the Flag Smashers. Now, the last part I want to talk about this episode is where we finally found out that the government's talking about we need somebody to represent United States. We need somebody to represent America who holds America's true beliefs and greatness. So now we get introduced to U.S. agent who has the same outfit, not the exact same outfit as Captain America, but he has the helmet, he has the USA flag on him, and he has the shield of Captain America. Now, we don't know if this U.S. agent is a super soldier. I'm hoping that we have 5 more episodes now. I'm hoping that this show is going to dig deep into U.S. agent, how he became U.S. agent. Where did he come from? Did they just pluck him out of a random, lottery pick out of the army? Was he just a random draft pick? How did he become the U.S. agent? And he looked like a blue-collar rookie. He looks like a rookie in that helmet when he's smiling at the end of the episode. I'm like, yo, bro, this guy look like he's never been out in the field, ever. And that ended the first episode of The Falcon and Winter Soldier. And I like how we're going to dive deep into these two characters. I didn't even get to talk about Sam Wilson and his family trying to save their family business, but that's pretty much understood if you watch it. I only want to talk about the stuff I like. I'm not really into, Sam's family, his sister, trying to, keep the family business running, which that is awesome, but I like the action stuff. I like to see Sam and Bucky go out in the field kicking ass, finding out more about these Flag Smashers. What episode are we gonna get Baron Zemo with the mask? How does he escape that Wakandan prison or wherever he's being held? I think he's not being held at Wakanda. I think Black Panther apprehended him at the end of Civil War, but he's being held in that prison that's underneath the ocean, where Tony Stark was and where he went to go visit off the books so that Thunderbolt Ross and everybody couldn't see him. I think that's where Zemo's being held. And we saw him being shackled in I think it was at the end of Civil War, we saw him being shackled in the same prison that Bucky was being held when Zemo was interviewing him. So we shall see. But I am excited to get into episode 2, and we have to wait another week. All right, Ghost Station, let me know what you thought about this episode. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and I will read your thoughts. I will like your thoughts. I will reply back to your thoughts. All right, I'm about to get up out of here. You already know what to do. Like, subscribe, hit that smash notification bell for your boy. I'm going to check y'all in the next video. Ghost Rider out.